Okay, hopefully that's working. Music isn't too loud. Okay. So I guess what I should say is we're actually fixing a card. I have to correct the Centortal card. I don't think that one's the correct one, actually. Let's go here. And Water Mons. Centortal. And I actually have to fix a few things on Centortal as well. It's got some stuff to fix on it. So I need to fix these down here in his stats because I changed this around. I'll stick with his level 20 as his base, but there's going to be some different things here. Now, if you guys are new to this channel or me live streaming, I'm basically creating a card game, and that's what you're seeing right now is one of the cards and the artwork and everything that I created for it. I'm actually just readjusting everything around, and so you're going to see me adjust some of these stats and stuff like that. So I gotta adjust these weakness counters down here because they are not the correct ones. I don't think they are. The shape of them is a little messed up, and then I gotta readjust the defense, the attack. And when I started making this, I had them really high, and they were a little too high for stats. So I just gotta go through and like readjust everything on there, essentially. That's basically what I'm doing right now is readjusting some of the stuff and whatnot. I'll show you some of the other cards we've made the past few days. I'm going to work on, probably come on here and do some of the artwork for some of the stuff I have. I just got to go through. Whoops. So I got this up on YouTube. Okay, so we're good on there too. Alright, so we got it on Kick and YouTube. But yeah, so let's adjust this card. I actually have some notes here. And he is a common card, and he does have two other forms that I've showed off, and maybe we'll adjust those too. Pull out my handy dandy little iPad here, because I do have some notes on here for rates of like their stats in his class. So his class is a tank. This is Centortal. He's a tank class. And we're going to adjust a few things on him. I like how it says Nywind. That should say Centortal. That's better. I don't know why it keeps saying Nywind. Anyhow. We're going to adjust his stats here. And he is a tank, so as a tank, the stats are right where they should be, like in terms of high HP and high defense but low attack. It's just they're too high. I just made them way too high, and I think if somebody was to play the game, those would feel really high. And I want everyone to have, you know, a more reasonable experience with it, or it be more accessible. So I'm going to lower the stats down like I have on a few other cards. So I'm going to lower the stats down on this card. And we're going to do that. So I'm going to keep him level 20. So I'm going to keep him level 20. But his base stats are going to have to be different. So in my notes that I made for these, if he's level 20, so if he's from 1 to 30, he's going to have stats of 0 to 30. So from 0 to 30, I just got to think of how I want to do this. So let's start with his HP. I do this with most. I just start with the HP here. And I'm going to try to balance this out the best I can. So I'm going to change the song here too. Let's go right here. Okay, so now think about this. You know, I'm gonna give him a full 30, I think. Feels about center. You know what? I think I'm gonna go 30 and 30 in defense as well. So I'm going to go 30-30, and I'm actually going to lower his attack. So for his attack, maybe I might just go to 25, actually. We'll just lower it by 5 points. We'll go 25. Well, it's almost balanced. You know what? We're going to go 20. Alright, that looks good. So 30, 20, 30. We'll do that. That sounds pretty good. So he now has a higher HP, higher defense, and lower attack. Now we have to take the battle points the player loses when the Mon is knocked out or it dies. So he's got 30 HP, so maybe we take 10% of that, or 15 maybe, 20. He is lower. I think on Dare he loses 6 battle points. So maybe, trying to think of here. You know what? We'll make him lose 10 battle points. You'll lose 10 battle points. So we'll do this. Alright, so you lose. That looks fine. Alright, so he's level 20. You lose 10 battle points, 30 HP, 20 attack, and 30 defense. That looks pretty good. Now, I have to adjust these stats. Alright, so you lose and figure out exactly. Now, I don't know. That looks pretty good. I think I'm going to go with that. So, with that being said, he has no abilities, so I don't have to worry about abilities because he has none. I have to adjust these. And I actually have to adjust those based off of I think I made one. We can use Nywind. He's got. So we use Nywind. So I need wind. Okay, that's perfect. He's got a wind counter. So the wind attribute will be a perfect example for this here. because I just need this to see how much taller this is. This is what I want. And it just looks very flat on the other ones. And I don't want that. So, let's get rid of this, and this. And let's come back here. Whoops. And we're going to drag this, whoops, all back down. Alright, so now this will be easy because we just delete that. Take this, and we're going to drag it over. I feel like that might work right there now. I have to find the layers I hid. Whoopsie. There it is. No, this can't be it. I did something here. What did I do here? Something I messed up on here. It might be on the... There it is. So we don't need this. So now I go back up. There we go. That looks better. I think Nywind. I gotta adjust this layer. You know what? We're gonna do this. We'll put it right above it. This will help me because then I know exactly where the layer's at. We'll Control T it so we can just move it within the box. There we go. Okay, now take this one away. Take that one away. Whoop, that's not what I needed to take away. Alright, so we got that. And now we're going to paste this over again. There we go. Delete this, delete that. And again. Except for there's one problem here. I gotta put it above so I know exactly. I'm gonna have to go through and label this stuff a lot better. So there we go. Now I can delete these, that. We're gonna move this over. Then we're, oops. Click on that. Control. Nope. Control C, click back on this, now paste it over. And then we want to go 4 steps across for the pixels. Then we're going to adjust this. And this is definitely not right because, yeah, let's just take this out. I have an idea. Control S here. It should look just like this. Control C, should be able to paste that back in. There we go. Looks much better. And then the writing, I don't know if it's text should be, whoops, Times New Roman. I don't think these are Times New Roman, so I think I'm going to have to readjust all the text in here. So this needs to be Times New Roman. Times New Roman, Times New Roman, Times New Roman. Not right. This should also be Times New Roman. And I make that bold or regular? Let's see. Good way to know is Nywind. Maybe that's not Times. No, it is that. Okay, so it's not Times New Roman. Oh yeah, I changed this. I wanted to make this 03. Space it and do 03. How many pixels? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have that 7 pixels, but I don't know if that's how I wanted it. It might be. Yeah, so about 7 pixels. Let's go 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. So now let's get another 7 pixels. 6. Oh, one more. Now it's lined up. That's almost perfect because I think it's lined up off the edge. Yes, it is. Okay. Looking pretty cool. Now we also have to do what is called a I'll tell you in a second here. Trying to see if this is lined up. Okay. There we go. Alright, so now let's save this. Nywind looks pretty cool. Now, I don't have his ultimate unlimited form in here, and that's what I need to do. So, if you guys don't know what that is, it's the, like, rarest part of it. Like, so it's the rarest card, basically, is what I would make it. So now I have to make this its rarest card. Alright, so now we're gonna make this its rarest kind of form. And I think I have a sorry, I think I have one right here. I made them separate the first time, which I shouldn't have done. I should have just made them just all in one there. So now I need. See, I made them separate on him, but I'm not gonna do that. So we're going to copy this layer. And we're going to put this layer above everything. I don't even know if that's the same one. It is not. It makes... Wow. Okay, so that even changes the background. Okay, wait. I don't know if I like that. Looks kind of cool. I kind of want to keep the beach look, though. Looks pretty cool like that, but I kind of want to keep that same beach look I had. Close out an eye wind here. Uh-oh. I don't know. Let's see if it changes anything. So it did. So let's delete this out. Let's go to... Oh, I need the hollow point too. Oh, I have one right here. I'm an idiot. It's literally right in front of my face. Or is that not the same? That might not be the same. Let me double check this, but I don't think that's the same. No, it is. Okay, so I do have it already in here. Okay, so let's go see if we can build his Ultimate Unlimited form. Was that the same? It is. Okay, so now let's just keep searching. So I did make these all separate. I just gotta label all these properly. Take this off, this. Can't even see the background. There we go, that's much better. Okay, now I will have to adjust the brightness and contrast as well. So the only thing I don't have in here, which I do have on here, is the holographic layer. So this is called an Ultimate Unlimited, and it's like a alternate color scheme of the whole thing. Looks pretty cool. But now, to really make that holographic, the hollow part pop, we add a increase the contrast of it, because it's really going to make the hollow pop. So let's see, let's add a, just got to add a brightness and contrast layer. This should actually go below it, and then we just adjust the contrast here. You're going to see, if I give it a lot of contrast, look at that. Look at that. Let's hide that really quick, because I need to also come here, can duplicate that. Oh. Drag this here. Oh. No. I'm just going to paste it in there again. This will come right there. Now. Oh, that's in the wrong spot. Try it again. Oh, God. No. Ah! Why? Ah, here, I'll just do it like that. I should have just did that in the first place. So this will go right here. Now that should be in the perfect spot. Nope, because it's screwed up again. I keep forgetting. Nope. Maybe it is there. So it's right there. I don't know why. Oh, come on, dude. You can... I'm just going to do this. Once again. Keep screwing this up. Oh, I have one. No, I don't. Put it right here. God, I keep doing that. Okay. Right here. I'm just going to go Control T. There we go. That's much easier. Alright, now I actually need to change this so it's 2U's, which stands for Ultimate Unlimited. I need to hide this layer. I need to drag this over. Now he should have an ultimate unlimited form right here. And boom. There we go. Looks much better. Now he has a more like balanced stats for people who want to play the game, I think. It feels more balanced in that sense. Yeah, that looks much better. It feels much better. Looks much better on there. It feels much better. So, I think that looks a lot better. Whew. Long day. Okay, so yeah, go with that. So now that we have it normal now, so let's take all the layers off that. So we're going to turn it back to its normal way. But let me save this. It should go back to its normal stuff. Tutorial, turn off all the hue and saturation layers. Ooh. Okay, yeah, I like that. Actually, turn off all the hue and saturation. There's one. There's another one. There's another one. Another one. Did I have these on before? I don't think I did. I'm about to find out. I don't think I had those on last time. No, I do, because that looks much better. Ooh. Okay, I gotta keep those on, though I did have those on then. Much better. Okay, that looks much better. I mean, it looked good at first. It's just I had to balance it out. So, this feels a lot more balanced now. So now we got good old Centortal good. Let's check out his counter cards. Or I should say, so this one I don't need anymore. This one I can get rid of. And it doesn't even need to say common, it just needs to say Centortal. So Dortal is his next form. And this is where I think I also have to adjust this. I just gotta figure out what I was doing there. No, that wasn't it, because I had him done. One of these has got to be it. Dang, I made him 5 months ago. Holy smokes, that was a while ago. Now, like I was telling people before, if you're curious of what I'm doing, I'm just going to chat with you guys while I create this card game. So, let's go on. I think this is the right one. But, once again, these have to be adjusted, and so do the stats. And he has a form rule. And you can see Centortal is his form summon from Centortal. And second form summon requires 1 turn to summon. So, it's like evolving in Pokemon, or it's not really like sacrificing in Yu-Gi-Oh! I wouldn't say that. But it's more like summoning in Pokemon, or evolving in Pokemon. Summoning. So, we'll try that. So Dortle we are going to fix. So I've sent Tortle at level 20, and I'm gonna keep him at level 38, but we're going to readjust. Like, they have crazy stats, and I don't think people want to do math. That's that insane, so I'm trying to make this more accessible by having a smaller numbers. Whew. It's been a long day. So we're going to readjust those. And fix them out. So I'm typing something here. I'm going to build a website for people I know that are following me, especially for YouTube. If you guys are on here watching, I am going to create a website where I'm probably going to make some sort of merchandise since the cards don't exist yet. But I do want to create some sort of merchandise showcasing stuff. So I do want to do that. Oh, buddy Brace. Well, thanks, Brace, for hosting me. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. So, that's awesome of you, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate the host. I'm just working on some cards. Again, I'm actually readjusting one. So I readjusted this one, and then this is the second form of that card. There's a third form too, but I just got to readjust stats and kind of balance things out a little better. Thanks, Brace. Hope the games were good, man. So I gotta fix. Okay, he's fixed. But now I gotta fix. I think I gotta fix these. A way to know that is I gotta open up another card because I don't. Centortal doesn't have any balanced like template parts, but I know Nywin does. Ah. Oh, that's not cool. Alright, well. That'll be easy to fix, actually. Let me do it right now. Just gotta open up my iPad and open it on the iPad to fix it. Oh, that's awesome. 2 wins. Okay. Okay. Was it, what is that, like a resurgence, or was it just the normal BR? Let's see if that fixed my problem. Air, reading layers, group, documents, appearance. I don't know why it's doing that. Huh. I have no idea. Oh, nice. Let's see if that fixed anything. No. I don't know why it's doing that. I mean, it works just fine on my iPad, but I don't quite understand what's going on here. I had literally just opened this. Like, literally just opened it a few minutes ago. Huh. Looks like I can't. I don't understand. Maybe. They have a big map for... Okay, that's awesome. Big new map for Resurgence. I haven't played in a while, so... I have to get back at it at some point. I don't know why this won't open. I mean, it opens fine on my iPad, but maybe I don't know what it's doing. Like, I literally just, if I go here, or your files, I literally just opened it like just a few minutes ago, so I have no idea what this thing is doing. Literally have no idea. Let me try this. It should work. I do not have the answer to this one. Let's try that. Maybe it'll update itself. Yeah, I got 6 viewers in here. That's awesome. They're probably all from your stream. Night, man. Thanks for hosting that for me. I appreciate it. Have a good one, man. Thank you. So I can't get this to load, but maybe it'll load through the cloud. There it goes. Because I need... No, never mind. It's not. I don't know what it's doing. Works fine on my iPad. Okay, well, I have another fix for that. All I gotta do is go here to Dar8, because I just created him today. Well, not today, but yesterday. Why is he not loading either? I don't know what it's doing. I mean, I can do... That's very strange. I can do Dortle fine in Centortle. Well, the easy way, actually... There is an easy way to do this. I just have to do this again. So let's take this, because I don't think these are the same size. Where's it at? I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't know if any of you guys ever played Pokemon, but this has some similar things to Pokemon. It just has some inspiration, I guess, from it. It has inspiration from other things, too. But a lot of this that I'm making, the game mechanics, are more inspired by, like, a turn-based Final Fantasy RPG. That's where most of the inspiration of this actually comes from me, is RPGs, essentially. I'm trying to take this... Because this, I don't know if these... There it is. I see it now. Oh. What did I do? I can't tell. Let me redo this. I gotta copy this again. My God. Okay, let me just do this so I don't have to worry about... Okay. Now this maybe is the correct size. Oh, I don't have to fix it. These are all... Okay. So I don't have to fix these. These are all the correct size, which that makes my life easy. All I have to do is adjust the stats. So I gotta adjust these around. So when I first made these, they had crazy stats, like 24,000 attack, 40,000 health, 54,000, but I thought nobody's gonna want to battle the monsters like that if their stats are high, because it's going to be hard to do math. So I made it more accessible. As you can see, like on Centortle, I went and lowered his stat ranges down right here, and his level, and then the battle points. Each player has a set of battle points. Each player has 1,000 battle points. So whenever the Mons are knocked out or they die, however you see it, you lose 10 battle points. These are their weaknesses. So if a Windmon attacks Centortle, he'll take 2 times as much damage: ice, grass, or even electricity. And I literally developed an entire chart for this. And it looks like this. Dude, why is none of this loading? Like, I have no idea what's going on here. Let me Let me do something here. Let me close Photoshop out and then see if that resolves the problem really quick. Because I don't know why it's doing that. It literally opened like a few minutes ago when I did it. Oh, that just opened photos. That didn't even open Photoshop. Like, I was literally just using some of them just like a few minutes ago. So hopefully this keeps Photoshop. Hopefully you guys can still see Photoshop within there. I don't know why it does that. It's doing that. So hopefully that pops up and you can actually see the Photoshop on there. Unless it's a black screen, you guys just gotta let me know. Is that a black screen or is Photoshop popping up on there again? Looks like it might be popping up again. Alright, so I don't know why it's not letting me load Nywind. There's got to be like an error. There it goes. Okay. Okay, so there's Nywind. Okay, so yeah, it wasn't letting me open it. Alright, so where is Dortal again? Now, I do have to fix this and delete some other ones because they are like off in the sense, but so all these are right. It's a matter of changing these stats around now. So I'm going to keep him level 38, but I literally have like an entire chart, like I was saying. It's called an attribute chart. And it looks like this. So I literally took the time to make like which types are weak against which types. So for instance, like Dorthole is water, so he's weak against grass, ice, lightning, and wind. Like there's a wind type which was Nywind. He's weak against rock and dark. So I took the time to sit down and make this chart, and it took me a long time to draw all this out. To do it took me a very long time. But so I have that. So now I gotta adjust Dortal here, and like I said, these were crazy stats I had. He's also a tank, so his class is a tank. Oh man, I can adjust these. Okay, so I do need to go adjust this on Centortal really quick and a couple others. So let's go back to Centortal. Oh, it's doing it again. I don't know why it's doing that. Don't know. Well, I have to adjust it later, because I don't know why it's doing that. Well, let's just work on Dortal here then. And we'll go back. Let's close the attribute chart because I don't need it. I just need to go adjust these again. I actually want to fix this because I like it better when it says 04 and you have this spaced. And then what I like is I had it dragged in here. That might be too close. Okay, so it is. I actually like that better. I don't know if I want it closer or spread apart. What do you guys think? Should I keep it close like this? Or should I have it with a space? If you guys are in there. What do you guys think? Close or with a space? That number, also by the way, this represents which monster he is inside the Mana Guide, it's called, and it has a list of all the Mons. So he's the 4th Mon, basically, that I created, period. But what do you guys think? A space between that M and the number, or no space? So here's no space or a space. I'm gonna let you guys help me decide on that one. I'm watching the comments just in case you guys decide. We're going to adjust these stats, though. So, he's level 38. I literally have an entire, math system I did on my iPad that literally breaks all their stat bases down. So he's level 38, so he's going to be level 30 to 40 and have stats between 30 and 60. So from 30 to 60, 60 being the highest, 30 being the lowest. So you know what? I'm going to keep this. I got an idea. Not 540,000. Some of them had some ridiculous stats like that. It was crazy. We're going to go 54 on this. We're going to do a defense of 54. Looks a little off center. There we go. That's better. All right, so we're going to do a defense of 54 and HP. We're going to do 45 actually. So with a tank class, they have higher HP and higher defense, but lower attack. So I'm going to do this and take this out and go 24. Give him 24 attack. Or, you know, yeah, okay. And I forgot what Aqua Blast does. During your turn, you can target any of your opponent's mons. And instead of 25k HP, we're going to go 25. Oh no, don't tell me. Maybe it's probably on Aqua Blast itself. It's not. No, don't tell me. Oh. I see. Well, I have to retype that again. So it's... No comments on the spacing yet? I'll just leave it spaced for now. So I do gotta fix this big time. I didn't think it had that like that, but I guess it does. So all we gotta do is copy this and enter, and we're gonna Control V, or not, Control C, come back here, Control V. Oh, come on, man. I wonder why it did that anyways. And we'll move it down. We'll just have to basically type where it's at. So, we're going to take the bold italics off and do a regular. Let's see. So we're going to just do a regular text here. And I had during... I just follow exact text there. Your turn, you can target any of your opponents. I spelled opponents wrong. I cannot see that. Target any... Wow, I can't even see this. Looks like it might be a little big. Too small. Too little. There we go. So it's 5.75. Okay. Now, any of your... Oh, wow. I just have to type this exactly how I had it. I don't know why it, like... I basically can't even use it because it doesn't have it as text. Anymon. Oh my god. It gets hard to see it because it's all weird. By this ability loses. And then this part I gotta just do it myself. Now, do I want 25 HP? Are you guys all from Brace's channel? Or are you just jumping in from the just chat part? Okay. Do I want to do 25 HP or do I want to do something different? 25k HP. You know what? I'm going to go a little higher, actually. Because he's level 38, we're going to make him jump to 4. We're going to give him 40. Well, maybe not 40. We'll do 35 HP. So we don't make him too overpowered. And this is messed up too. This should say ability right here. See, I don't know why it doesn't. Oh, I see a mistake here. Right here. So this should actually be right here, and it should say ability. What the heck is going on there? I don't know what's happening here. I don't know what's going on here. This will be an easy fix right here. What in the world is going on here? There we go. Very strange. I think that's much better. I'm pretty sure that should say ability. Let's go back and save before that happens. Some of these got like some stuff happened and then it messed up some of my files here. We'll just use Ligon. He's a good example. Oh, thanks, man. Telling Tyler and Raw Milk. Thank you, guys. I do have a ton of these made. Yes and no, I guess. I should say. I do have about 50 monsters made. And then there's other things like item cards and equipment cards. Oh, I'm sorry. I need to put my second screen back up and then I can see the chat a little better. Sorry about that. Tunnel vision is a blessing and a curse when creating. Yes, it can be. Hello. I do get lost in the zone sometimes, so that can happen. I probably put my second screen back up. I just have a smaller desk than I did before, but I'll put another screen so I can have them separated out like that again, and I can see the chat on one side. This card's called Ligon. It's a dragon I drew. Basically, if you guys weren't here earlier, I can explain the cards a little further. So, well, here's the name, obviously, in the left corner. This is his level. He's level 90. They can go to like level 100. That's their max level. And a player has something called battle points. So when you're battling, if a mon dies, kind of like in Yu-Gi-Oh, if you think about it, you have life points. Battle points are very similar, but you lose 80 battle points when this mon is knocked out. And mons can't necessarily attack your opponent directly, so only certain ones can, and it has to be an ability. This is his attribute, so he's a light monster, and his HP is right here. He has 560 HP and 750 attack with 280 defense. And the reason he has a lower defense is because his class is a berserker, so he's going to have like a lower HP than his attack, and his attack's going to be higher because he's a berserker class, but he's going to have lower defense because he's not going to have as much defense because he's always on the, you know, always on the attack. And then I'm not sure if I want to keep this like first edition thing right here. And this is why I'm kind of building this stuff, because I also don't want to put it out yet, because I want to build a community around it and have you guys have input too and tell me what you think looks good or maybe doesn't work. And that's kind of why I want to, you know, I really want to build this card game to be something awesome that anybody can enjoy. Maybe you have kids you can play it with, or maybe you have friends. I mean, it's, you know, I always grew up like that, just being into that kind of thing, that kind of stuff. And so I just was like, I take my art skills that I've had over the years and just kind of build it. I don't know if you guys are into that stuff. Let me know. I mean, if you guys, you know, grew up maybe playing Pokemon or Magic the Gathering or stuff like that. But let me keep telling you more about it. The game is also inspired by like RPGs. So when I say like RPGs, like old school turn-based RPGs. And there are like rules. So there's like level rules as well. And I think this would help a player understand like what you have to do to summon this card. There's state rules. So the states are like, you see Fire Blast right here, his ability. This icon with a hand on it, this move can cause burn damage basically. So each time your opponent is going to lose 10 HP, their mon is, during that turn, if you hit them with this ability, they're going to take burn damage and lose 10 HP each, like during each of their turns. The pool right here is like a mana pool or an MP bar in an RPG, and this is your pool. And so all these abilities cost points from those pools. And then you have what's called attribute cards. And you take these attribute cards. Look at my chat here. If you're wanting to have first edition, editions tag, maybe have a letter E circled. Okay, that's a good idea. I like that. As a silhouette, then over the top have, okay. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, I'm gonna try this aesthetic out then. Raw milk. I'm gonna try that out actually. I'll try that out for a video then. I'll come. I mean, if you guys want to follow me on here, I'm gonna keep live streaming what I build, and show you the mechanics of the game and everything. Where was I at too? Also, so the attribute cards. These cards are placed under them. So you take these cards and they're placed under them, kind of like in Pokemon. But what happens is when you use one of these Mon's abilities, you got to take... So all these cards would go under him. But anytime you use, like Illuminate, for instance, you lose 2 of these attribute cards from underneath your monster. And this pool can run out. And then you have to use item cards or maybe armor pieces to like restore that pool. And then that's how you get those abilities back. But you can still keep attacking. You just won't have the abilities because you ran out of that pool of cards that you have. They do have weaknesses as well. So if you're attacking with an ice monster to him, Lygon will lose 2 times as much HP than what he would have. The L in the corner is for legendary. So you think of something like if you're playing Fortnite and you pick up some loot. If it's orange, it's better, obviously, right? So something kind of like that. So you have common, which is white, rare, which is blue, epic, which is purple, and then legendary, which is orange. But then I have this idea to make the cards even more rare. So like you see this is a basic card. Here's what he'd look like just as a basic holographic legendary card. But what changes is you could pull what's called an Ultimate Unlimited, and that card looks like this. So let me hide the holo for a minute. The edge is actually white. Hide that so you can see the edge. So the edge is actually white, but there are a bunch of different things here. The holographic, or this L actually turns to a, zoom in here so I can grab it. Why is it doing that? Come on. Oh, don't tell me to use. Oh, I bet it messed up. I'm going to have to change this. But, so there's a double U on this, and it's not an L. But, what changes is you have this holo over it, and it'll look white. But, the entire color of the card changes and everything. And those are what, like, some of the rarest cards will look like. It's a totally different color scheme. So, to lose HP is attack minus the defense. No, so it's your attack minus your, sorry, I forgot what it's your attack minus your attack, and then that attack pulls from your HP, if that makes more sense. So you have 2 monsters attacking it out, and then, or no, sorry, you don't subtract their attack, you subtract their attack from the HP. That's what it is. So I just made it very simple. If I had Dortal here battling Lygon, which some are going to be way stronger. So, like, he has an insane amount of HP because he's level 90, whereas Dortal is only level 38 and has 45. So if you were to battle, he would knock Dortal out in one shot. But let's say Dortal attacks, you take 45 points from his 560 HP. So that's how it would be. The defense is there because if you're attacking, let's say you put Lygon in defense, you put Lygon in defense, basically you subtract the attack amount from the defense, and then that's what would come from the HP if Lygon was in defensive mode, if that makes a little more sense. So basically the attack, let me get a stronger monster here so it can make a little more sense. I don't have him fixed. I was going to use Quartice. That's his other form. Or you know what? I could do this here. So Darate. Here we can use Darate. Why does it keep doing this? I don't know why it keeps... I can't open them? That's weird. Oh, I gotta... I don't know what Photoshop's doing here. Let me... Hold on here. Sorry, guys. Let me save everything so I can fix this. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, so that's how it would work. And then I was going to make it where it was 4 Mons on the field, but I'm going to show you... And I'm still kind of playing around with the mechanics because I haven't quite actually tested it out. And I am going to print out prototype cards. And then I'm going to play, I'm going to play with it and see what I come up with. I don't know why Photoshop's doing this. Ever since I updated my NVIDIA drivers, it's being really strange. Works fine on my iPad. I don't know why it's not working on here. Okay, let's see. So Okay, so I wonder if I have it. So like, you have things like equipment cards. Like you have this. So this is a dire iron sword, and I'm gonna see if I still have this. I don't know if I put it in here yet. So I was creating like game mats of how I kind of want it to look. And God, some of these files are huge. And so I'll explain this a little more. And I'm still playing around with this and trying to figure it out, but I just really want to showcase a lot of the artwork. I have most of the cards figured out. Why does it keep doing this? I have no idea why it's doing this. I should be able to open it up just fine. Watch, I bet you I'll close it again and it'll work. Let's see. I have no idea, but OBS stream programs sink a lot of processing power. So it can yeah, that's true. What's the error? It's just giving me like the backgrounds don't exist kind of errors and stuff. It worked fine yesterday. I mean, this PC could definitely handle it, but you could be right. OBS could be, because I have had OBS conflict with it before. So you could be very right on that. I don't know what's happening here. It's fine. I can come back to and probably restart the stream. That might actually help. So what I was going to show you was this right here. Let's see if the error pops up again. It didn't. I'll just update it. Oh, it might now. Let's see if it pops up. It didn't even open it. Why is it? What in the world is going on here? Wow. Okay. See, now I think Photoshop's just being weird in its general. Yeah, hold on. Love it. Good times. Technology. See you, Ramuk. Thank you. See you, Tellin' Tyler. Thanks. I appreciate the follow. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that so much. Now I got a really good air right there. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you being here. I'll be back with some more. I got a ton. Let's see if Photoshop's just being crazy. Oh, you're sticking around. Oh, peace, TT. Oh, okay, sorry. I see what you're saying. I was looking at the wrong part. Okay, let me see if I can get this matte part to pop up, because I want to show you. And I was just like playing around with the mats. It's fine. I'm just gonna hit no so I can do it. So I was gonna do it where there's two mons right here. Okay, so you have two mons. You have a discard pile, your deck, and then these are. And I'm not sure. I'm taking out the token cards. I don't actually want to use the token cards. I had the idea when I was first making it, but I don't want to use that. So that's fine. I'll fix it later. So basically, you can have 6 attribute cards in here, and not like 6. Like you can have 10 of each. So you could have, like maybe you have grass, water, fire, light, dark, and lightning. So you can have different attribute cards in here. And so this is a pool of attribute cards. And let's say you had a mon right here. You pull whatever attribute cards. So let's say where is completed cards? if it'll even open it up. Okay, anyhow, it's not going to open it up. Let's say you had a Mon right here. And let's see he had 10 attribute pool and it was wind. And say you had wind cards right here. You take those 10 wind cards and put them underneath him right here. And every time he uses an ability, remember how I said he loses those attribute cards, they go back into the pool right here. And so you have to restore those with item cards. And sometimes you can have armor pieces that maybe regenerate those pools or regenerate health. You could also make armor sets. So you could have a piece of armor, a weapon, and an accessory that's all one set, and they'll give you like some sort of buff on your Mon. It'll maybe buff his HP, or maybe it'll buff his... Okay, yep. And so these armor sets can buff your Mon, giving him maybe better attack, better defense, higher HP, or even the accessory, weapon, or armor card could have a separate stat like this Mon can't be destroyed unless by another Mon's ability. So it could do stuff like that with these weapon and armor sets. So they can give your Mons extra abilities or extra stat boosts. And you can actually upgrade these, just not the set one, not the armor sets. You can't upgrade the armor sets, but you can upgrade like a separate piece of armor or a separate weapon or accessory. But you got to use the attribute cards to upgrade them. So you could make like a sword if you had a sword, and maybe you put it needs fire attributes on that sword. It can go a max of +5. So when you put 5 fire attributes under the weapon, it'll give it maybe like a boost in attack. So you'll boost it like 10. You get 10 attack points per each card. And so 5's as high as it can go. So I have stuff like that in there too. But like I said, I'm still playing around with it. But I thought that was really cool to have that right there. So you could battle 2 Mons at a time. And you can actually do what's called form summoning or level summoning. Level summoning is where you have to sacrifice one monster to get another. Yeah, here's the air. Air reading layer. Documents appearance affected. Like, I don't know why it's doing that. But this is how the map, like how the field would be laid out. And you have item cards that could heal their HP, heal their attribute points, stuff like that. Or I haven't quite decided what all the item cards do, but there are ones I was thinking that could do other things. Like ones that might have like dice rolls. There's a lot. And another mechanic that I thought of is some monsters can have the ability to counter attacks. So maybe you roll a die or you flip a coin. So like if you flipped a coin and it lands on heads, like you call it heads or tails. If it lands on heads, let's say, and it'll tell you on the Mon card, if it lands on heads, you can counterattack. But if it lands on tails, you take like more damage. But you have those kind of abilities too. So there's a lot of different things. And once a Mon dies, do all the weapon, armor, accessories get discarded too? Maybe some weapons, armor, accessories get returned to your hand. So yes, the weapons, armor, and accessory cards can get discarded, but item cards can bring them back, from the discard pile. Or, you are correct, I did think about that too, where I do want to put some accessory cards and some weapon cards back into your hand. Because I thought it'd be cool to kind of have that. I was trying different things, but I thought this is, and I tested out with a couple cards that I had built at first, and it really battles out pretty fast. There's other things too. I have some experience in coding. When I was in college, I went for game design and programming, so I have knowledge in designing video games. But I thought about, what if you could craft, I wanted to craft an app that would work along with the card game. So I also wanted to make an app that works with this card game in such a sense that you can tell who, sorry, my dog just walked in the door. It'll tell you like how many wins you have. You can join like a guild, and you can do quests with these cards on the app. So like win a match, and it'd be a quest, and then like your guilds would compete with other people's guilds online, or maybe you and your buddy can make a guild and you compete with each other to see who wins that guild. And I haven't decided, like, I thought about maybe giving like when you complete quests for like the month or something, you get discounts off of buying packs of cards. And this will be a physical game. I just thought about using an app to design other ways to make it more interactive for the player and more enjoyable. And that was another idea, is to have quests that you can do, and then you get ranks. Like your rank will increase throughout your guild with other people. And like if you're an S rank adventurer with your mons and your deck, you're gonna have a high rank, and it'll tell in those like leaderboards like how many quests you've done and how many battles you've won against people, stuff like that. And I'm working on the website right now. There's also something called a mana guide, and it tells you all the mons in the game. And you can click and see, and it'll have filters and stuff like that. So I'm building that as well. But those were just ideas, and I'm still playing with these, but I think a lot of this is really cool so far. Maybe if you're wanting to hybrid physical and app, have a QR code that can scan users locked to have your physical deck be digital too. Yes, I did think about that. And I was like, that would be a good idea. So now that you say that, that makes me really, really think about that, because now it helps me understand where I can go about this now. But those are probably things I'm going to get to way later, once I have a lot of the decks built and stuff like that. I even wanted to make it where your battle points are displayed on the screen, so when you're battling somebody, you can set your phone down. It'll say you have 1,000 battle points, and when you battle somebody, you'll know how much to lose because it'll be built in. There's just stuff like that, little stuff, but I'll get to a lot of that stuff, I think, later. For now, it really just comes down to designing the monsters and drawing, and keep building the mons and the card. Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate that. I just thought it was a cool idea, and I wanted to try something very different from a lot of trading card games that I've seen. And like I said, that's because I was inspired more by like RPG video games. So I thought, dude, that'd be cool. I've never seen that before, where you have like stuff you put under. And I've looked at a lot of games, but I just haven't seen anything quite like it yet. Yeah, focus on fade. Oh, for sure, focus on fade. Yes, yeah, that is one thing I'm thinking of too. But yeah, I'm just focusing a lot on the foundations right now, and the artwork and drawing. And I have a YouTube where I show off a lot of the mons that I design, even from the live streams. I have a lot of stuff that I just show off, and it's mostly just shorts right now, because when I do build the game itself, I want to make like more long form content that explains more of the mechanics and stuff. I think another thing I do want to work on is maybe just building some merchandise for now that has like the mons on them and stuff, and on shirts and whatnot. I want to show you guys some of the mons actually. Now this one I actually haven't shown off. It's a weird looking mon, but it's not, I guess it's not like the most creative thing, but it's just called Zapple. It's an apple, a lightning apple, and you see its stem is kind of like a lightning bolt. So it's called Zapple. It's not like the most insane thing, but it was just there. There's Zapple. There's Xenodermus, which is actually like a like a dragon-like snake is actually the real term of that word. But I made him like a dragon-like snake, but he has like elk horns. So I have that one. Oh wow, what was that? Oh, thank you. I appreciate the sub. Oh, thank you so much. So, yeah, there's one Winnow. It's a butterfly. It comes from actually like three different things. Mentioning equipment cards, this one actually takes a specific equipment card, not this one. This is a form before this one called Soul Cow, and it takes an armor card to turn into this card, and it's more like it's like a mech bug. So that's another way to get some of the stronger monsters out. There's Soul Cow, Windia. This one's called Windia. We got this is the one of the first ones I drew actually. Oh man, maybe it'll load. Maybe I'll get in there. It's called Volteri. So I do want to make this one when I do the artwork for this one again. I want to make this one turn into like a lightning phoenix kind of. But there's Volteri. And then this one I haven't shown off either yet. This is new. I haven't quite shown this off. It's called Totoblast. It's a toad with a cannon on its back. Then we got Slore. I haven't shown this one off yet. So I'm just kind of showing these off. And I'll show these more off. But Slore is like a slime, basically. Real simple. It's a sleeping slime. Very lazy slime. Rotamus, I showed this one off. And then we got... So Quartice, when you guys were here earlier and I was showing Centortal and Dortal, Quartice is its highest form. And it looks like that. And you'll notice that on Centortal, he has a leaf in his mouth. And then Dortal has a stick. And Quartice has a entire a tree trunk in his mouth. And this one actually took quite a while. Draw the birds, the tree branch, and the water. And there's that one. This was one of the first ones I also drew called Pip. And he is actually, you can see the logo on all my pages. His face is the logo right now. The logo is actually a lot different. So I showed you guys this one earlier. And yeah, Lygon. Here's Lygon. Nywind. I was trying to show this one earlier. There's Nywind. Now, he's the only card so far in the game that has more than one Ultimate Unlimited form. And so he's going to be more... Those Ultimate Unlimited cards will be like the really rare cards to get. Here's Holokin. I just made this during Halloween. And I was like, oh, it works. Okay. So there's Holokin. And then we have Flarky, which is a fire turkey. Had a full Bob Rossets on some of these for sure. Yeah. So there's Flarky. He's a fire turkey. My friend actually was like, I dare you to make a fire turkey. I said, okay, I got you. So I made a fire turkey. Here's Electri. He has a really cool Ultimate Unlimited form. I have a card built for him. I just have to adjust things because the attack and stuff is too high. I showed you Dortal. Here's Dortal again. There's Dortal. See, he has the stick in his mouth. He's right before Quartice. Then we have Diola. Very weird. It's a chicken with Venus flytrap arms and a sunflower tail. So there's Diola. And then I haven't shown this off either. Diodon. There's Diodon. Okay, so we got. Okay, before I show you these two, this is the form he can like. What is his name? What is his name? I totally forgot his name. There's Hitmontop, there's Hitmontop, and he can turn. Is it Hitmontop or Hitmon? Well, basically, he can go to Hitmonlee or Hitmonchan. I forgot which one it was. Tigrew, I think it was. He can go to Hitmonlee or Hitmonchan, right? This guy's kind of like that. He is a martial artist in a sense. His name's Darate. So the reason he's called Darate is because he's dark and knows he's a master at karate. So there's Darate. Well, Darate can go into what's called Darkundo, and you're going to notice something here. If you look at his pants, it's very Bruce Lee-like. And the stance is very Bruce Lee-like. So that's where that comes from, is Darkundo. So Darkundo is Jeet Kune Do, the style of Jeet Kune Do. But then I thought about a scene in a movie. I was like, okay, I'm kind of inspired, where he's fighting Chuck Norris. So I took Chuck Norris's style of the name and I made Darsoto. And Chuck Norris, was a master at karate and wore a black belt. So here's something that would be like Chuck Norris. And you'll notice a difference here. Darsoto is light and Darkundo is dark type. And I thought that was a pretty cool idea to kind of get more inspired by that. So, Darkmare, and everybody says he looks like Gengar, which he's not like Gengar, but he just looks very similar in a sense. See, he looks very close to Gengar, but he's nothing like Gengar. He's not a ghost. He's a demon, and he's a demon that, like, uses your sleep, haunts your dreams and stuff like that. And these Mons too, if I ever made a video game for this, there are so many things you can do, because I even have like a backstories and lore to this and how these Mons came to be and everything. And they're from like different universes and realities and stuff like that. And like, there, you could go back to different time periods and see how these Mons were, like, used. And some were used in war and stuff like that. It's a lot darker than it could actually seem. And they, like, when they got to different planets, they adapted themselves to their environments because they had to. Here's Cooney. It's like a unicorn cow. I'll make a bigger one of it. Yeah, it's hard not to take inspiration from other works. And that's funny. I mean, you gotta look at those things, and really be like, okay, how do I get inspired to come up with these? And you gotta get inspiration from other things. That's how a lot of stuff is. Oh, see, I could never open Chibura. And I'll just go to Caterpin. Maybe I can open him. But you gotta look at other things and study and that's something else I've been doing, is studying a lot of animals, and then I'm trying to figure out how do I come up with these animals. Here's Caterpin. He has horns and he shoots them like they're missiles, and he's actually the first form of the arm, like SoCal. He's Caterpin's the first form of Winnow, and then Winnow turns into SoCal. And then there is Chibur, I couldn't open. Bayord. He has an ice sword. He's a polar bear with an ice sword and armor. It's the best way I could put it. Polar bear with an ice sword and armor. But I mean, some of these look really cool, and these are all the ones I have done at the moment. I have another one, but he's not quite done. He's in a rough sketch right now, and he just looks like this. I usually sketch him out in blue first, and then I go in with black, and then once I'm done with my inking, I try to figure out what kind of details I want to add, and then I'll color it, shade it, add highlights, stuff like that. But he's in a little rough right now. Like, this is the back of the card. So there's the back of the card. That's what the logo actually looks like for Monquest. There's status counters, so you can see there's a bunch. There's a blind counter, a confusion counter. Probably could click on these because I don't. If you're looking on a phone, they would be really hard to see. So here's a sleep counter. Just lets you know that your opponent's monster is asleep. There is a poison counter. Oh, thank you, because that's what a polar bear was lacking in offense. Yeah, he was lacking an ice sword. There's a poison counter, a paralyzed counter, a frozen counter, and these all come from mon abilities, because your abilities, those mon abilities can stop. There's the burn counter, can stop your mons from doing certain things. Confusion, and you could get rid of these with item cards or even other mon abilities. You can get rid of these counters. Here's a blind counter. So the blind counter actually works like if your opponent is blind. So let's say you blind one of their monsters and then they go to attack you. They have to flip a coin to see if their attack even lands or not. So if it lands on heads, the attack will hit, but if it lands on tail, it misses. And there's other mon abilities that can cause your opponent to also miss an attack. I have little things like that put in there. Trainer guide, I forgot about that. Oh, here's the coin attribute. Let me go to some of the cards again. I see why I get the error a lot of time now, because I have to load the cards one at a time. Some of them aren't going to load, but some of them will. So, what did I say? We'll try. Oh, so here's Electri. This is his ultimate unlimited form. Let's say update. So that one's pretty cool looking. But like I said, I got to adjust these, and I'll probably fix the lightning so it's not taking that out as such. It's hard to tell too because I have this hollow foil template over, so I know exactly what it's going to look like. It is a hollow, but it looks pretty cool with the green lightning. But like lightning jab, you gotta it's a counter move. So you flip a coin, but I gotta put whether it's heads or tails next to it. Then there's charge, which is another ability. It takes a lightning pull card. It boosts electric, which this isn't going to be 1,000 attack. It's going to be lower. I'm going to lower it down now. Yeah, it's like poison lightning. So this is his ultimate unlimited form. This is the rare card that's going to be hard to get out of a pack. And the idea is to every, I don't know, 4, 5, maybe 6 months, change the ultimate unlimited cards out for other ultimate unlimited cards. So maybe I'll put 4 ultimate unlimited cards that you could get when you buy a pack of cards. Lovely. Photoshop hates me right now. Let's see. I have to fix that. Might have to definitely fix why. Nope, that's the wrong button. I'm going to have to fix Photoshop with OBS because I do see there are a lot of problems there. Sick equals cool in Australia. Okay. Looks sick though. I say it all the time too. I say that's sick. I'm in America. Sorry, showing more cards. So that's like Electri. Like I said, I gotta fix a lot of these. I don't think I made it. Like here's Pip. Oh, here's his ultimate unlimited form. See, even the lowest cards can have an ultimate unlimited form. No matter, any card can have an ultimate unlimited form other than like the attribute cards and the item cards. Some of those item cards might be like hollow though. So there's Pip. I'll show you what his just normal card looks like. Take the hollow off. Put the edge back on. And take that off. And then there's just a regular Pip card. And some of them don't have abilities. He's a seabird and a fighter. I throw phrases out sometimes and it confuses people. I got a bounce, need to take for a walk and make dinner. Great work so far. Looking for. Thank you. I appreciate it, Raw Milk. Thank you for being here. I will definitely keep on putting a lot of work into this. I'm glad people enjoy it though. I'm glad there are a lot of people enjoying it. Chibura. I don't know if it'll load Chibura. I didn't get to show Chibura yet. It might load Chibura. Okay, there's Chibura. So Chibura looks like this. But like I said, I gotta go into Jesse's because I made them so high that I was like, dude, it would take forever to do the math for that. Because some of them had like 2.5 million attack and stuff. And I was like, that's too much. That's just too much. I can't do that. But here's Chibura. He was actually the first mon I created for the game itself. And I drew him on paper. But I decided to scan him in and then just trace him out. And then I just went in. And I did a lot of cell shading on these. So you can see where it's more like a anime cell shaded style. You notice a lot of Pokemon have that. So we got Chibura. Caterpin. So here's Caterpin. So I don't know. I've met a few people so far, 2 people. I got 9 people in here, it says. But hey, you guys can all say hi. I'm down to chat and, you know, talk to you guys. Here's Caterpin. It's got a poison move called Dirty Bomb. Target loses 10 HP during its turn. Oh, so I did fix Caterpin. Caterpin is fixed, except for these. These are actually wrong there. So these are wrong because they're too like squished down, you can see. And they should be a lot taller than that. So let's see what else we got. Okay, so Flarky does have a card. And he was the fire turkey I was showing earlier. I might have to get off myself here soon. It's almost 1 o'clock in the morning here. So here's Flarky. He's got a pretty cool Ultimate Unlimited too. Let me show that around. Since he's level 60, he's going to have a hollow like this. But I did figure out something I need to do on these that actually helps out quite a bit. Especially for the hollow part, is I need to put this below the layer. Oh, no, don't do that. Let me just drag this above. So I need to actually take this layer and bring the contrast up. And you're going to notice it actually helps bring that hollow up a little more. So let's see. So we're going to do that, and I'm going to show you his Ultimate Unlimited form. There he is. He's blue this time instead of red fire. He's blue. So here we got Flarky. And he has a few moves like Smoker, which causes that blind status. effect, and it causes the target to miss attacks. So I do need to add the coin thing though, because the coin thing will affect how you attack. Maybe you guys can help me with that and tell me if you think it should be heads or tails for certain mons. Combustion causes burn damage. Target loses 10 HP during its turn. So anytime it goes to your opponent's turn, your opponent mon will lose 10 HP every time because of combustion. Flarky is weak to wind and water. Obviously that makes some sense there. So let's see. Just gonna hit Control Z, it'll take it back to the beginning. There's a regular Flarky. I need to keep that contrast on though. So when these do get printed, because I'm gonna put them through the Game Crafter, that's why I have this template, because then it'll match exactly how they would print the cards off. So now there's Flarky. He's pretty cool. Good old fire turkey. Weird old fire turkey. Oh, here's the back of the cards. So the back of the cards show that original logo. So it looks like that. The back of the cards look like that. Dark Mons. So I don't know if it'll load Darate. I literally... Oh, there we go. So this is Darate's Ultimate Unlimited form right here. I'll show you what Darate normally looks like. Oops. It looks weird with that background. Turn that off. Just gonna put that white. Oh yeah, that's because... There you go. That's Darate. And I just did him last night on the stream. And these are actually Shadow Straight Punch, but it's the Japanese name for Shadow Straight Punch. And then there's Shadow Straight Kick, which is also the Japanese Shadow name for Shadow Straight Kick. He has a dark pool, and I finished him, but I gotta put how much damage it does. I just realized that. So I'll have to put a damage point after this, actually, of what it does. So I guess I'm not done with him. I gotta add how much damage they're gonna do. Like I said, if you guys want, you can join in this, and I am down to, get your guys' input. Anything that's gonna help me further push this game along, So anything that's gonna help me grow it and make it better and make it more accessible to you guys, that's what I'm going for. But I should probably get off here. It is 12:22 where I live, and so it's getting pretty late. But I'll be back on tomorrow, so if you guys are in here and you want to see more, just make sure you hit that follow button, because I'll be back tomorrow with more. I think I'm going to go over and fix Darate's Shadow Punch and give it an actual damage that it will do, and it's Shadow Straight Kick. But we'll work on that tomorrow. And yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Just make sure you hit that follow button. I'll be back, and I'll come on even drawing some stuff and whatnot. And yeah, catch you guys later. Thank you all for being here.